Alright, well, now our business is done here in North Corel for the time being, so we can't go over here because we don't have the traps yet, so we're just gonna have to explore the desert. So, let's head to Outcast Underpass, and... oh, okay, hold on. There's also that. Yeah, let's swing this way, I guess, to begin with. Alright, let's do that. You know, I haven't even had a chance to really break down what I thought about all the plot developments at the Dying thing, and I'm not sure. There's such a density of stuff to do here, I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to explain that, but I'll try to be brief here then, I guess. Beep beep! There you are. Oh, jamming. Brum. Alright. Ooh, what happens when we bump into an enemy? No, that's not an enemy, that's a fun little chocobo guy. Okay, hold on. Let's go. Where are you going, buddy? Wait, where'd the chocobo go? Oh, there you are. How the hell, what just happened? Okay, so I'll try to sum up my thoughts on the Dying Sitch. Despite, like, you know, I'm not sure how to do it with all this crazy stuff going on. Right, there was something about a sandstorm involving the quest, the relic quest. Kinda wanted to access that chocobo rest stop, but oh no! What?
And lo, whither should it lead me but these sweltering sands?
Yeah, forget about the Dying thing for a bit. Cause what the hell?
What misfortune for you to venture so far for treasure already claimed. You would do well to leave, that I may collect what is by rights mine.
You think the protorelic is yours?
Proto what now?
Yeah, you show him.
Relic,
Freaking.
you say? Ha! A ridiculous name, unworthy of my treasure. What you knaves covet is none other than a prize in my resplendent arsenal. The get.
Look.
Oh. This form. I can hold no longer.
Yeah, you're looking a bit crumbly there, dude. Okie dokie.
So, what was that?
That's an interesting, encounter.
Thank goodness I finally got through. Are you alright?
I'm fine. But what the hell was that just now?
I'm investigating the matter as we speak. In my initial analysis of the sand entity, I detected a proto-relic-like signal. I'm unsure how they're connected, but I fear we might be after the same thing.
Of course we are.
There's no telling where it might appear next. Please, be careful.
Well, that's an escalation from Beck's badasses being idiots and then cursed Fort Condor game, which was the doofiness we were doing previously. Now we gotta deal with this sand construct monster, which I couldn't tell, like, did it already have the proto-relic on it, or, like, what was the deal there? Because it looked a little familiar to maybe some Final Fantasy fans, that sand giant. Thanks, buddy. Yay. So, but yeah, interesting. I would love if we could fight that thing. Like, it's such a huge character model. It feels like we've fought some pretty big robots. Like, the biggest one, I think, was the Gigantipede in the Yuffie DLC. But otherwise, like, I feel like there's been a limit on how big the monsters have been able to be that we can fight, you know? There was the Whisper thing that was a big kaiju in the finale of Remake 1, but my impression was that we weren't really fighting that thing. Oh, okay, it's just right over, but that wasn't yet the even encounter. Okay. My impression was that we weren't really fighting that thing directly because we were fighting those 3 avatars instead. So, like, you know, like, they kind of got around to, like, fighting an impossibly huge enemy by just kind of having it being in the background and dealing with its human-sized flunkies. So, yeah, but... You know?
The signal is growing stronger. Perhaps there is a proto-relic in the nearby reactor.
You mean that thing?
It's been altered. Though it doesn't appear these modifications were made by Shinra. Whoever's responsible may be waiting within. Proceed with caution.
Let's do it. I might have to save the dying analysis thing for the end of the episode as a little bonus thingy, because I don't want to leave my thoughts unsaid, but, like, this game's now hitting me with a lot of content here. Sorry, guys. Because now I'm like, okay, so now we also get a mystery about whatever the hell this is, right? Because this green foam is something I've been wondering for a while now. We've seen it from afar, like I thought there was like an oasis out here, but then I saw that it's not really because it's this gross growth, and there's a Cactuar logo on that door. Is this cactus growth? Like really grody cactus? So, hold on. So could it be that sandstorm, like, it's not even the main gimmick of the whole, like, the proto-relic hunt thingy, because there's still this thing we're doing, and now this green Cactuar gimmick is going on here. Boy, this desert is stuffed with stuff, isn't it? A mysterious power blocks the way inside.
Some sort of monster's den. A fortress, if you will.
Whatever it is, I don't think we can get inside.
Ah! Yellow?
Commencing scan.
Wait, when could you do this?
I have a match.
Wait a second, Chadley.
The symbols resemble those found in the Book of Kings, an ancient tome. Allow me to translate. Interesting. Well then, in order to unlock this door, you'll need to locate a Cactuar rock hidden somewhere in the desert.
What kind of rock?
A
Okay.
mineral deposit named for its distinct Cactuar shape. Now that Cloud has made contact with this door, the rock we seek should be marked by a green glow.
Well, that's handy.
By the way, do you happen to see a Cactuar-shaped statue anywhere nearby?
Right there to the left? Yep.
Oh,
Jesus, Yuffie. It's been there this...
That's it! That statue should guide you to the rock I spoke of, which in turn will serve as the key to the door.
Well, gosh.
So we must prove ourselves worthy.
I know you can do it.
Hold up to raise the Cactuar statue aloft, then follow the light it emits to locate its corresponding rock. Okie dokie. Ooh, this is goofy. So, yeah, apparently these proto-relic things just are gonna be goofy then, I guess, because this is about on par with Beck's badasses being doofies. And, oh boy, how far are we going in the desert? This looks a little alarming. And, you know, the cursed Fort Condor game. But that sand giant, though, was kind of hyped. I don't know, I was just expecting we'd, like, be chasing it around the desert, and that would be the theme. We're having a completely different vibe, though, here. So, okay. Yep. I'm going on foot for now, because I don't know how far we're running after this thing. Should I have Red and Yuffie in the party, because, like, they seem to be involved with this proto-relic quest? But we'll probably be done with this soon? Maybe? Well, here's a problem, though. Not sure how to surmount this mountain. Well, not a mountain, it's just a cliff, but... There's no handy-dandy climbing mechanic that would get us all the way up there, so... Oh boy. I guess we can wrap around this mesa over here. We could drive up to that photo spot while we do that, so let's just... Whoop, whoop. Hell yeah! Oh! Oop, oop. Bam! The rust-laden reservoir. I saw that box there. We're gonna take care of this before do anything else, so... Yup. I like that everybody just sits in the same spot, and Yuffie always gets shotgun, apparently. A Swallow Song Bracer. That's exciting. Okay. Increases magic defense quite a bit, but lowers regular defense. I wish there was an easy way to, like, see how it compares to everybody. Let's see. Was it here? I wish I could just, you know, compare it to everybody's, you know. Well, the slots are the same for everybody, so that's good. Except, well, Kate is missing one slot, so this would actually be an improvement in slot-wise for Kate over here. So, let's see now. Yeah, there's really no reason not to give that to Kate, apparently, because there's not even any drops in the stats if I do that. Whereas everybody else will have some kind of a drop-off, apparently. Kind of looking that way. Yeah. Although, the growths are huge in whatever is being increased, but, you know. I kind of like this. The additional slot for a materia and, you know, no drops in any stats. Yeah, might as well. There you go. So let's see now. Got so few of these yellow materia. There are no smart ones I could put in here. So I guess I'll just put a stat one there. I don't know. Luck Up is on brand with our boy Kate, so I guess I'll just put that there. Okay, there's still 2 more treasure to be found in this reservoir. Alright. There is, I see one. Yeah, I was hoping a big open space like this would be too hard to find. These chests, a mist-type potion, not bad. Ooh, gold dust just lying around, alright. And the final box, yay. Three Moogle medals, that's nice. Alrighty, let's get back in the saddle. I guess we can't use a chocobo in the desert at all. I don't see a, like, prompt to call a chocobo in. Fine, I suppose. The buggy is a great theme vehicle for a desert, but, so there's some kind of underground entrance. I'm almost betting some side quest will take us in there at some point. Look at how elaborate that is. There's a little choco buddy there. Oh, no. I definitely didn't run that chocobo over. There he is. He's completely fine. Yeah, but we're missing the photo spot because I'm chasing this chocobo down. Oh, it's not that far. Okay. Ooh, that was a bad spot to park the thing. I was admittedly a little worried that it was right next to the wall there, but... Here we go. Good job. Okay, I'll try to talk about some of the dying stuff that we go there. I do think this is a case much like Barrett encountering President Shinra in the I really need to heal up. I'm been enough. In the remake ending, that they changed it from the original, and the original does work ultimately better, I think. There was a little bit of an opportunity in how it was done differently here, though, and I gotta give it props for that. But I think, yeah, then this one, I think even also, I think the props are a little bit weaker than the President Shinra encounter was in Remake Part 1. So, I'm a little bit mixed on this Dyne encounter. But the good stuff, first of all, obviously the great thing is that... the obviously great thing, I would say, is that the combat was much more interesting than the original. Like, the original is, you know, it's iconic and it's hype because it's just a duel between Barret and Dyne. But in a turn-based RPG game with, like, the materia system that original PlayStation Final Fantasy uses, it's not super compelling, ultimately, gameplay-wise. This one had stuff going on and phases and everything, so I think it's an easy say that this was, you know... This was, an improvement, you know? This boss encounter. Ooh, look at this, alt-rock cover we're doing here. Kind of, I wish Barret's head was visible, but I guess that also kind of adds to the alt-rock energy, so... Now, how do you take the picture? Oh, I guess it just kind of comes out when you just doof around and, like, position it. I don't know. I should have maybe just hit F12 to take the picture, but whatever. We got it. Now then. Is that a way? Let's go. But yeah, I basically did, before last time when I played the boss fight, when I recorded, I did rewatch Dyne's encounter with Barret, because it's one of the, like, I really consider it a really iconic encounter in the OG game. By the way, if we bump into a monster while driving in the buggy, what happens? Apparently nothing. Hold on. Where are you at, fish? We just hop out and it's boogie time. Wow, good job with that block there, Kate. Immediately getting job, like, you know, earning his keep. But, so, the thing is that Dyne is much more lucid in the original game. Now, the line about, you know... Wait, that looked like snow coming... That's weird. The line about hearing Eleanor's voice begging him not to hate Barret, that is in the original. It's a little unclear how, like, literal it is, or if he really does hear the voice, or if it's just, like, a dramatic line he's saying, because I do feel like he's pretty dang lucid. And, like, you know, I think that is much better than this version where, like... I think the tragedy disappears. I mean, it's a different kind of tragedy that he's, like, kind of all delirious and, like, hallucinating and stuff. Oh my god, are those Cactuars? Are you guys enemies? Out of the way! Oh dear.
We won't hold back.
Okay. They're Cactrots. Hold on, is he a different enemy than the Cactuars we fought previously? I'm gonna scan them just in case. I don't think they are, but did it just in case. Yep. Oop, didn't land my uppercut. Got him! Good job, Kate. Because the deal is very much different that, like, you know, in the PlayStation game, Dyne is basically given up on the world. Like, he's given in to, like, his hatred. Like his anger has become nihilistic hatred. Like, he just wants to see the world burn. Like, he's got this, like, just, like, cold indifference to everything, basically. Kind of burning with, like, but it's anger, but it's, like, this, like, really uncomfortably muted anger. So, I just think it's just more, like, because he's also, you know, he wasn't responsible... He was responsible even less than... Holy moly. was responsible even less than, you know, what's his face, you know, how the hell do we get up there? I'm now realizing this is a real problem. I think we missed a path over there. Hold on, let's back it up a little bit. Is there like a little trail to climb up over there? Hold on. There is! Okay, great. Alright. So, it's more tragic because, like, he, like, was even less responsible for the tragedy at Corel that, you know, Barrett was, because he was, like, you know, hesitant about the whole idea. He kind of, like, you know, just kind of ultimately just went along with it against his better instincts. So it's even more tragic that he's even more burned out and he's become, like, this, like, vessel of, like, just hatred at the world. And in that sense, it's just really tragic that, like, he had to go, like, has this ending. And you know, because that means that he killed all those people in the Gold Saucer, like, not, you know, insane by the, like, legal, like, he was, like, lucid again, like, and, you know, I think that's really hard-hitting and pretty dark, but I think it's, you know, great for the drama.
Don't overdo it.
Okay, here we get this, like, how to play Kate Sith, but we already did the, you know, you know, tutorial, so I kind of remember, although there was a million things to do here, so not sure I remember it entirely. Okay, Cat versus Cactuar, now we're talking. Damn. Styling. Bam! Ooh! Got a regen effect there. This is really funny playing as Kate as a tiny little cat. I am impressed by the amount of systems they put in here, at least. You gotta give them props for that. Oop! Limit break time, magic block blocks! We didn't get to see it because we killed it too fast. Oh well. Now, furthermore, I think, I don't know, the, like, Shinra showing up and, like, kind of giving a little redemption arc for Dain also doesn't work as well as the ending that Dain gets in the original, where there are no Shinra that interrupt. Like, he just kind of, like, you know, Barrett kind of gets through to him and he kind of realizes that, like, he's going about it wrong. He's kind of regretful, you know. You can sense some kind of regret, but, like, you know, he feels he's too far gone to ever return, especially when he hears about Marlene. The whole line about his hands being too dirty to hold Marlene again, you know. That's word for word in the OG as well. But he just, like, jumps off a cliff. Like, I was kind of looking around in that boss fight, like, there's no cliff nearby, so how is Dain gonna find his end here? So, going down, fighting the, you know, you know, Shinra guys, I don't know. Again, just the, like, tragedy of, like, this poor fate that this guy went through, like, is a little bit diminished by having this kind of, like, little heroic moment. On the other hand, I do like that it kind of puts... Like, okay, it is a heroic moment, like a little bit of redemption for Dain. That's nice as well. But it also kind of, like, you know, he really guilts Barrett there, like, guilts Barrett into staying alive, and, like, not only by, you know, being like, you gotta take care of Marlene, you swear, that's on you now, but also, like, you know, him giving his life to keep Barrett alive when Barrett, you know, is a little bit burned out at that point. Probably could have also been the guy. Could have also, like, been the guy willing to, like, go down fighting the Shinra dudes. You know, there's stuff to like there as well in that interpretation. That's why I say, like, it was still interesting to get this, but, yeah, still thinking it works better on the original PlayStation thing, but... Oh my god, there it is again. This is crazy having this sand giant just wandering around like this. What a wacky thing to do. Okay. That away. Yeah, and also... What I was thinking also, what I also liked about this, I mean... What the thing about Dine and Barrett is it's supposed to be like a reflection of... Oh my god, hold on. It's supposed to be a reflection of, like, what could have happened to Barrett, and kind of what the road Barrett was on ultimately. Like, I think that's the lesson being there. And, like, Barrett, this encounter is supposed to, like, kind of make Barrett reevaluate things, which, you know, we've been sensing that he's doing here. And both of these versions did that, so I think mission accomplished on that front, you know? Let's go get this Cactuar rock real quick. This is very silly. Stand before the rock and raise the Cactuar statue. I will do it. Behold, Cactuar gods! Oh no! Are you rock Cactuars? Orange Cactuars. Okay. What is this music? Oh, there is some different text here. Their bodies have adopted an autumnal hue. The shyest of the species, these Cactuars dash to and fro, cheeks as red as the walls of Cosmo Canyon. Seems to be, you know... Seems to be, you know, same otherwise. It's just different color vibes. Hey, we've done all the enemies! These Cactrots counted as them. And also, I don't know, apparently I assessed another enemy as well that I hadn't done before? Was it the regular Cactrots? 1,000 needles! Ow, 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 ow! Okay, heal me!
Get ready.
Come here. Yeah, you'll notice that does exactly 1,000 damage, that 1,000 needles. That is the classic gimmick of the Cactuars, so... Kinda scared that they're pumping out that kind of damage on us, you know. We don't quite have the health to deal with.
Take the lead.
Tifa, can you maybe, like, do something about this guy? Come on. Okay, nice. Yeah, we should meet up with Chadley now. We can do a simulator run with that really expansive one, you know? Music is still jamming. What the hell is going on now?
What are you doing?
I'm not doing.
I see. Cactuar magic, making us resonate with the Cactuar people. Okay, Red, you having a laugh too, buddy?
Oh man, that was hilarious. Hey, you think there are any more of these amazing rocks out there?
Your pliability is most impressive.
Whatever. Let's go.
Ooh, the color's gone out on these, or it's orange now. Return to the modular reactor and unseal the door. We could actually do that. Only thing is, like, we're up here now. There's this one reactor reactor tower, excuse me, that we could do up here right now, because it looks like a little bit of a hassle to climb back up here. So why don't we do that real quick? And then we'll return to the modular reactor, because, yeah, I don't know. Otherwise, climbing all the way up here... Not sure. Oh, except... Oh. Seems this is not the intended route after all. I don't see a way to drop down. Okay, fine. Well, then we'll fast travel over to... Can we actually fast travel? No, but we can fast travel to these, right? If not, we could just fast travel to this one, so, you know. We'll walk. It's a little hop, skipping away. So, yeah, because the thing you're supposed to take away, I think, that what Barrett is dealing with, and this is just my interpretation, is that he's supposed, like you get the feeling he's like a freedom fighter, all like, you know, fighting against the tyranny of Shinra, but he's like his motivation is kind of like, you know, wrong, and he's covering up for his own like feelings of guilt, and like basically he like feels he's unable to help North Corel anymore, so he's like kind of like giving it all to like revenge. This is a tricky like motive, like this like revenge motivation is a tricky like theme to deal with in any plot, I feel like, because like it's undeniably it is like Shinra has to be stopped in this narrative. They undeniably are the bad guys, but like being eaten up by that like motivation that Barrett has is not healthy. It's not really focusing on like helping out the people of Corel, which of course Barrett feels he is unable to do, which is why he's ignoring that, like, you know, that feeling. But the encounter with Dyne, you know, Dyne shows that, like, how that can spiral out of control into being, like, you know, this, like, you know, nihilistic force of, like, vengeance undirected, like, just at the whole world. And, like, it's supposed to, like, make you reassess Barrett's motivations and why he's doing what he's doing. And I guess also, like, what we got here with Barrett trying to, like, reconnect with the kids in Corel, the focus should be on helping the people of Corel, and stopping Shinra absolutely will help in the long run, but, you know. And of course we gotta take the people of Corel's side. They don't really want Barrett's help, which is also why, you know, he ran off and, like, gave himself to this, like, quest he has. But, you know, the side quest we started is kind of a cool thing, and, like, kind of like little bit starting him to, like, reconnect and start to make amends in a more healthy way than, like, what he has been trying to do thus far. I guess, you know. I'm kind of rambling. It's heavy themes, and it's like really, like, I'm I'm not sure I'm equipped enough to, like, really, like, understand, like, some of the, like, heavy stuff going on here, because, like, there's some really hard, like, emotions going on. But the point is, yeah, like, I think in that sense, this remake managed to, like, get that through with the Dyne stuff, and I liked the, you know, like I said, I liked the kind of, like, Barrett offering to have Dyne just shoot him, and also, like, Dyne, like, kind of laying the guilt and, like, you know, motivation to Barrett, which is not a cool thing to do either, but it's, like, a very understandable thing to do, and it seems to be what's going to help Barrett kind of move on as a character. So, but there's just such stuff, like, the Dyne's tragedy, I think, is diluted quite a bit in this version, where, like, him just being kind of delusional, I don't know. I mean, it's sad. Again, like I said, I don't want to. First of all, I don't want to downplay anybody dealing with delusions. Obviously, that's also tragic. But there's something extra biting about him just kind of being a guy who gave up, so to speak. Like the lucidness he has in the original game makes it feel more like a conscious choice that he took this path. And his, like, final regret, you know, and no chance for any redemption, like shooting down Shinra guys, just makes it all the more bitter, you know. And it's a bitter pill to swallow, but it's, like, tough, and it's, like, interesting to me. So yeah, gonna have to hand it to the OG ultimately on all that front. Not to mention, again, still the whole theme of then you immediately have a goofy fight against Palmer in a frog robot. I mean, that was a fun fight, and Dio wrestling Rude, that was all fun, but was it appropriate in that scene, or should we have let the heaviness of the Dyne stuff still linger a little bit? I don't know. I think you can be of both minds on that, personally. So anyway, slide. I think that's all I wanted to say about the Dyne, except for one thing that I'll end this episode on. But first, we're going to check this modular reactor. And this... Yeah, I'm surprised no one's commented on this weird cactus growth all over the place. Like, that seems like a thing to worry about, you know? We're going super long, by the way. I don't know, I've just, like, been really feeling it. Like, this one's been a good, like, streak we've been having, and I feel like I've been rambling a lot like I knew I'd be doing, and I'm still gonna ramble a little bit once we're done with this, but let's just do this stuff here and then...
Oh, they're adorable. What are they saying? You know?
To them, the protorelic is the treasure of the sands, it seems, which they have kept safe for generations.
What the? 10 and 10?
They are duty-bound to ensure its safety until its rightful owner comes to claim it.
Wonder who that is.
For all we know, it could simply be a myth.
You're saying these guys have their own fairy tales? Sounds pretty silly to me.
What? Why?
Who are you calling a fairy?
It's a goblin!
Oh, no need for all that. Name's G, Kid G. Descended from a long line of goblins.
Why does he sound like Sonic the Hedgehog?
It's a duty passed down to me from my forebears.
Why is he this cool?
You can talk?
Speech ain't that hard, lady. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I can't get over this guy. What the fuck?
Shaking that preconception.
That's a...
He does have a point.
It's a good call out too, yeah.
To our scripture, the Book of Kings. Unto those who seek the treasure of these sands, a trial shall be given. If you think you've got what it takes to be the treasure's rightful owner, you're gonna have to prove it first.
Okay, tough guy.
Where'd they all come from?
Whoa, okay, hold on.
And now your trial. Take down the Cactuars within the time allotted. If you can.
Oh crap, that's gonna be so hard.
Looks like we have ourselves a volunteer.
Me?
Test your might against an army of spiny speedsters in this race against the clock. Defeat as many Cactuars as possible within the time limit. Each Cactuar defeated will add to your score. Reach the target score before time runs out to win. Cactuars come in all shapes, sizes, and point values, with some even boasting special properties. For example, gladiators are more susceptible to standard physical attacks, while magitors are vulnerable to magic attacks, like Yuffie's ninjutsu. It's Yuffie's trial. Okay, this is so nutty. What? I did not expect this Sonic the Hedgehog sounding gobbo to show up either. The gobbos in the original game are on just like this one out-of-place island that has nothing to do with anything with the main quest, and they're just like enemies you can encounter there. But sure, let's have this guy show up. Now, we did hear about this goblin in the fairy tale they told in the Gold Saucer. I can't remember if he, like, helped out Cactuars in the fairy tale or not, but obviously this guy is related to that story then, so great. How big of a rank do we need to get a win on this? I don't know. Let's find out. Was it 1,000 points to get rank 1? Let's try to at least get rank 1. But yeah, because Cactuars, as we've established, they're freaking hard to hit! Wait, they're weak against regular element? Why is this music like this? We've heard this in some encounter, but I can't remember anymore which one, but... We've definitely heard this in some encounter we did, but... Can't remember. Whoa, what's that? Time bonus! Thank you. I see. No, I'm gonna need it too. I haven't even broken 200. Jesus. Well, at least these guys are way easier to hit than the ones that we were dealing with in the actual field map fights. Okay. Oh god, what the hell happened there? Right, they're... Okay. Gladiators. I see you. Gotcha. Nice. Oh, there's another one. I see you. Stop jingling. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, baby! Ooh, got knocked over, huh? Yeah. There's a great stack that I could have blown the whole lot up with my ninjutsu. There we go. Oh, it's not doing that much, actually. Okay, that took way too long fighting those magitors. I was kind of failing on that front. This guy, there we go. Windstorm! Oh god, there's throw bombs. Thankfully, we're not actually taking any damage in this fight. I just now noticed. This is not a... Not so much a, like, fight. It's just like, can you take out this endless army of Cactuar? Oh, we're already out of time? Damn it! Yeah, I really blew it on the final waves. Darn, only got 650. This is really hard, actually. I really blew it on the wave of Magitars. Couldn't pull off the magic attacks properly. Okay.
Make way for the amazing Yuki.
Let's go. Yeah, so they're weak against physical attacks because they're Gladiators. That's why I'm taking them down very easy. Okay. Now here come the Magitars. Oh man, why do I keep getting knocked down by these guys so easily? There we go. Oh, I see you. Yeah, alright, now we got plenty of clock. Yeah. That'll take a couple guys down. You're not tackling me. There we go. Oh, I see you. Time extension! No, you don't. Ooh, so many bombs. Keep our distance from those. God, taking too long with that final guy. I see you. Time extension! Oh, but this is the wave I struggled with. The ton of Magitars. Ooh, that was a great spot, though. Ooh, did I knock them all down? Wow, never mind. This time, though, perfect landing of that spell, huh? Boom! All right. Okay. Kazap! Hey, we broke the 1000 this time. Holy moly, that was that easy, huh? Okay. I don't know why I struggled so much on that first go, but so it goes. Alright, hold on. Oh, okay, that landed less good that time, that wildfire, so oh well. So this was a mixed team of Gladiators and Magitars, so that was a little trickier, but I think I did alright. Okay, still got half on the clock, so that's good. Okay. Okay, good. That's a giant pile of guys. Ow! Okay. Oh, that reduces your score when you get hit by a bomb. That's also what was doing so terrible last round, I think. Ooh, that could have been positioned better. And, okay, got a couple one more down before time's up. Nice. I'll accept that one. That went pretty good. Couldn't make the second rank, though. This one's tough, but I will accept rank 1.
Gotta say, I'm impressed.
Okay.
Hand over the proto-relic then?
Never heard anyone call it that before. But I'm a goblin of my word. So here.
Well, that was easy. Thank you.
And so, as promised, your piece of the prize.
Oh, of course.
Peace? We want the whole thing, Shrimp.
Yeah, there's a bunch of these to find, huh?
Go around and gather up the other bits. Put it together yourself.
Right. So what you're saying is...
That more trials await. And that yours truly will be your guide. See you next time.
And he's off. Okay.
What an unexpected and exhilarating turn of events!
I'll say.
An ancient treasure guarded by an army of Cactuars and a goblin! Not to mention the mysterious giant of the sands and the Book of Kings.
Yeah, these two themes seem a little disparate.
Body temperature detected. I believe I'm rather excited.
Good on ya, Chad.
Signal from the protorelic, or rather, the treasure of the sands. Head for modular reactor 2.
Say, how many of these mini reactors are there anyway?
Several. These modular Mako reactors were erected throughout the desert as a means of generating and supplying power to the gold saucer.
Alright, makes
Avoid
sense.
Accelerating the desertification of the region. The reactors are periodically cycled between active and dormant states.
Who would have thought all that glitz and glamour came at such a high cost?
We learned that lesson a while ago, Yuffie.
Repurposed by the Cactuars, and within these fortresses, they may secure their treasure. I honestly doubt Shimmer could produce anything half as resilient as this combination of sand and Cactuar nectar.
Huh. Okay. It's kind of funny. I thought when I saw that green goop everywhere, I thought it was gonna have like a really sinister backstory. You know, something about like some kind of growth in the desert. And the reality is it's just a doofy cactuar, like cactus growth. Alright. Well, isn't that nice? What a silly game. But I love it for that, so all good. Right, so it's about time to end the episode. We'll take a look at the map here, and I'll put the button on the dying issue, because I have one more thing to say about that. But let's look really quickly, just for next time. Oh, by the way, what is this? The Gold Saucer parking garage. Oh, okay. That's what that entrance is. Well, there probably won't be a mission inside there then after all, but maybe you can, like, enter the Gold Saucer via there if you don't want to fast travel for some reason. But yeah, so we're here. So I'm thinking next time, I was kind of planning on doing this anyway, like we swing around like this through the region and collect our rewards that way. We've seen already one of the, like, modular reactors. It was, like, somewhere near close about... Well, I think it actually could be this one over here, wasn't it? Yeah, it's got the same shape, the top, so we'll probably have to go there eventually, but, you know, the protorelic thing's going along its own track here, so... Yeah, I don't know. While that giant of sand is interesting... It feels kind of odd to have these two really disparate elements going on here. But maybe I'm just being cynical, and it's like, that's actually really kind of interesting, like, adds to the world that there's... Everything's less, you know, choreographed in, like, gameplay terms. Like, that there is lots of weird wackiness going on. A giant of sand and Cactuar trials, you know, I don't know. Sure, but... It just kind of threw me off at first. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. We're going to be adventuring in the desert fighting this giant sand monster. And then immediately hit by something completely different. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be it for everything. But before I close, I could not end without sharing this story about the Dyne backstory from when I played the game as a kid back on the PlayStation. And this will call into question if I really am equipped to analyze the theme and plots, really, because I really... was this dense as a kid. Because I had moments of really bad media literacy as a kid, and this one's one of the worst. I played through Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation quite a number of times as a kid, a couple of 2-3 times before I ever realized that Marlene was supposed to be Dyne's kid and not Barrett's. Now, I had to rewatch, like I said, the original cutscene to be like, how obvious was it? Because I do remember they never make it as explicit in this game as they do in the PlayStation game. They don't have anybody actually say, you know, Dyne does not go, my daughter, like, or Tifa's like, then that means Marlene's, you know, ... Like, they absolutely spell it out in this game, that they say it out loud that Marlene is actually Dyne's daughter, that Barrett saved and adopted as his own kid. But... you know, they don't say that clear in the PlayStation game. However, it is very heavily implied, and you need to be very dense to not realize, because they talk so much, like, Dyne reminisces about Marlene so much, and Barrett, like, talks about, like, don't worry, Marlene's still alive, you can come with us and meet her. And, like, Dine is like, these hands are too dirty to hold Marlene, so, you know. And, like, he tosses the, like, locket with the picture over before he jumps off the cliff, you know. And, like, I have to admit, as a kid, the whole time I was like, huh, well, I guess Dine and Barrett's families were really close, so Dine just remembers Barrett's kid Marlene really fondly. Like, I swear I was that dumb. Like, I actually did think that, like, on my first couple of playthroughs. Absolutely, it's just like, oh, well, Barrett's just appealing to Dine, you know, to remind him that Barrett's kid's still alive. And, like, now I look at it and it's so, why would I think that? That's so stupid, like, a guy in Dine's, like, mental state, why would you appeal to, like, hey, my kid's still alive, you know, you want to come and see her? Like, I don't know why, what was wrong with me, I have no clue. But, oh well, it's funny to look back on that now. Maybe that's why I think so strongly about the scene, because it's burned in my mind of, like, in my mind it's like a really subtle scene, but it really isn't. It, like, really is played out as obvious as it can be without actually having him go, my child Marlene. But still, no. 10-year-old Minsk is like, okay, cool, that's Barrett's kid Marlene that he's talking to Dine about with this incredibly long length. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's I think I got all I wanted to say about that sequence done. So I'm sure there'll be a lot more to break down because there's so much going on right now. It feels like we're being, like, deluged in stuff. Probably be talking about Kate Sith next time because he's now in the party and hanging out. So I'll try to have something smart to say there. Oh boy, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, our exciting desert adventure awaits us. We're about halfway done with the desert, I guess. I don't know. Not in terms of towers, because there's still only unlocked one tower so far in the desert, so yeah, plenty of stuff actually still doing the desert. So I hope you guys look forward to our crazy, like, buggy adventure. This is good vibes. I'm enjoying it. Gotta say, yeah. So yeah, tune in for that next time, guys, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye!